Continuing here. A lot about Alex Jones, but I already talked quite a bit about him. And, his opponents should bear in mind that biblical teachings, too. Like those that have shown mercy will be shown mercy. And with the measure we judge others, that same measure we too shall be judged. It's a two-way street, this censorship business. We better make damn sure we want to go down this road. And I'm damn sure we don't want to, so let's just not do it, huh? Alex Jones, one thing about him, he's always been the first guy to admit his failings and flaws. Like, like saying that he finds himself unlistenable sometimes or obnoxious. So he at least readily admits it, and that's a good start to getting it together and to being less objectionable, especially to his listeners. Because it's not just his opponents that don't want to hear a lot of this stuff. They don't want him hurting himself. They don't want him shooting himself in the foot. Okay, cutting off his nose to spite his face. I mean, if he's got some master plan going on here that he's going to somehow turn this around, great. Well, you know what? I mean, maybe time will tell. Maybe he's right. Maybe YouTube will reinstate him, and all these other companies, influential cyber internet companies that are messing with him, will suddenly say, you know what? Maybe he does need to straighten out. Like I hate to say it, but I mean, it sounds like parenting, and Alex Jones seemed to really revolt against parenting. Even his own dad has tried to correct him on this matter, but he explained to his dad, I'm doing it all on purpose, so, maybe we got to leave it to Alex. I don't know. But like the Twitter CEO, said, okay, Dorsey, Mr. Dorsey, what he said, Jack Dorsey, what he said was that, he didn't say spank him, but, this is it. Maybe make him think about it, time out, and, hopefully he'll change his behavior. But it really is the delivery, the spirit. I mean, this hate speech or inciting violence. I mean, Alex has to understand that people will construe it, and I don't know. I'm kind of beating a dead horse. So I don't know what to say about correcting Alex anymore. He's got to learn this stuff on his own and make his own decision to decide to tame his tongue or not. A lot of people are jealous of Alex Jones's success. Not so much even making a lot of bread, but just his success at being influential in his own right with his own base. So Alex got to know he's pissed a lot of people off with just his great success at influencing the public opinion. But what Alex could do more to piss him off, but to shut him up at the same time, is just get your point across, like Joel Skousen said. Stay cool, calm, and collected, brother, and you'll be more effective. Really, you got to win people over in the best way possible, the most effective way, and that's it, man. Make your point, expose the evil in the land, expose the conspiracies, the real ones out there, expose the liars, okay, the manipulation of the masses. Go ahead, that's good. But if you do it in a cool, calm, collected manner, you're going to win a lot more people over. You're going to be a lot more effective if you make it palatable to them. So that's my advice to Alex Jones. I use this term metaphor a lot, but I was curious. I never remember seeing it in the Bible, and sure enough, it didn't exist. So I guess the term closest to it would be parable. Jesus talked in parables. These stories that he's told, anecdotes with allegorical, metaphorical examples in the anecdotes. And it's a great teaching tool. So I do think Alex Jones has a lot of personal issues that are, you know, that are very overwhelming to him, and the lines are getting blurred between the theatrics and his passion. So he's dealing with a lot of stuff. I mean, how many guys out there would want to, wear his shoes? Okay, it's we have a lot of admiration. Those that appreciate the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, even if it costs your life. We admire that kind of courage, and we're not going to shrink away. Your friends are not going to stop being your friends, no matter what happens to Infowars, your reporters, because we're worried about all of you guys. We care about the organization. A lot of good, decent, upright people are in there that want the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. And when they make mistakes, they don't do it on purpose, and they make corrections. So Alex Jones has been corrected. He's been beating his head against the wall with, apologies about, saying that Sandy Hook didn't happen. If he even said that. Sometimes they just make up stuff, and they won't ever show a clip with him saying it. So who even knows the truth about this anymore? But he does get a bit provocative, and he knows it. And a lot of that's just the show, the theatrics of it all. But these things can get entangled, and the lines can get blurred and nebulous. It's tough. He's got a tough row to hoe. Folks, unless you've ever been attacked by a swarm of hornets, you haven't lived. I'm trying to be funny, but listen, I'll tell you, that'll turn you into a man or a woman. I was talking to my nephew's girlfriend about this. I told her I'd been attacked by a swarm of hornets, and then I saw the man I was working for and his friend helping him out to eradicate this hornet's nest, get attacked by a swarm of hornets. And I had to laugh because the funniest thing, because this girl, she's only in her 20s, early 20s, and she said that she'd been attacked by a swarm of hornets. And it happened when she was weed whacking, and that's when it can happen. You can run across a little indent in the earth, but they'll make a nest anywhere, especially if there's moisture nearby. But the problem is when you're weed whacking, you got debris flying everywhere. And so you're a little retarded in noticing the fact that you're being attacked by these insects, because a lot of the debris is about the size of an insect. So that's happened to her, and she just ran as fast as she could instinctually. She jumped in a river which was nearby, and it was brilliant. But I don't know why I got this sick smirk on my face. But these insects are from hell, literally. What they're trying to do is kill you. You get near their nest, they're trying to kill you. Think how humans are. We abort our babies, we adopt them out. We let the state take them from us. We don't care about our kids, we neglect them. But yet these miserable hornets from hell do this for their babies, for their young. Isn't that something else? It's amazing, just amazing. Who did create these insects? I think they're from hell. I really think it's tit for tat. People that say, oh, well, the devil doesn't have any creative ability, really, but do evil people have procreative ability? And what about all these chimeras we hear about? Yeah, mad scientists and evil geniuses, yeah, they try to mix and try to make, crossbreeding humans with, it's freaky and crazy, man. It's sort of like alien stuff they're into. So there's some weird crap out there. And guy I work for just, pointed out that mosquitoes kill more people than any other insect. So, yeah, miserable, another insect from hell, the mosquito. The mainstream media said this march on Washington was, they said it was a white supremacist, and I'm surprised. It's like, wow, was it? And they were outnumbered by the anti-white supremacists, but only idiots and morons would be racist. So let me make it perfectly clear. I do not support racism or racists. Okay, you heard me. Okay, so quote me. They're idiots and morons that are racist. Very immature, very stupid. Only animus and hatred will result. Division. That's all it does. I saw a guy recently at Trader Joe's here in Chico. I met him before. Matt. Shout out to Matt at Chico Style. He's a nice guy, and I wouldn't have recognized him again, but he said hi to me, and I appreciate it. He's a good guy. Another truther. Gee, that's so bad. What a pejorative. But I should have given him my phone number when I thought about it, because it's hard to give somebody your phone number online. You don't want to do it, but maybe he and I can collaborate on something sometime. California has pretty much been burned up. Not a good time to visit. The skies are mighty smoky around here. Everybody's heard about this guy that killed his wife, his pregnant wife, and his two little girls. This guy looks like he could easily pass a mental health exam. Talking to that guy, nobody saw it coming. I mean, you saw that guy say that, no, he talks so coherently to the media about this, and he sounds so normal, just a regular guy. And look what happened. I mean, this is bizarre. Just bizarre. So if you think Alex Jones is mentally ill, at least, he's not going to stab you in the back. He's not going to do anything underhanded, covertly to anybody, okay? Or offensively. People like that, they're out in the, you can know them, they're safe. Okay, he's not an offensive kind of guy. But here's a guy that was a snake in the grass, right? A murderer. I mean, how do you kill your beloved, your pregnant beloved, and your two adorable, precious little girls? I would have, when I was raising my little girls, I'm not going to, I would have done anything to protect them. Anything. Absolutely would have given my own life. Couldn't imagine being any other person besides that person that I chose to be, to protect my two little girls while I grew up. And here's a guy that murders his cute little girls and his beloved and his unborn child. I mean, you talk about effed up, man. I mean, that's demonic. That is literally in the clutches of Satan, anybody that would do that. How could it not be? It's absurd. That's the world we live in. We live amongst people we never know. When your next door neighbor is going to crack, you thought, oh my God, he was the most normal person in the world. Cracked. You ever been on the highway and you get these drivers who are going really slow? You say, oh, I want to drive slow too, maybe, or just speed limit, but, the basic speed. But this guy's going, so you want to pass. Okay, that's fine. And suddenly they decide that they want to drive the speed limit too. And, it's human nature is kind of sick. People, there are little control issues that they feel like they can, play it out on the highways. But, it's tough. It's like a gladiator's arena out there sometimes, I think, driving your car and trying to keep your cool and keep your peace of mind. You've got to be really, wanting to do that, deliberately making a concerted effort to keep your cool out there on the highway sometimes. You got to ask for God's help, I believe, sometimes, really. It's tough. But at this point in my life, I'm determined, you know what? I'm just not going to get upset. Life is too damn short to get upset about the driving behavior of other people. And if we all cop that attitude, we all become better drivers, more courteous drivers, more polite. Okay? And that's what we need. The establishment hates these tariffs Trump is imposing is because they know it's going to start paying down the debt and turning the trajectory, and they don't want that. Okay? These people work for the bankster class, the money printing class, the money masters of misery, the grand puppeteers. All these high-ranking politicians, they're in their pockets, and they sicken me. God, they're so evil. I'm just saying by their fruits. I'm not condemning them. I'm not judging them. Just pointing out their fruits are rotten. They stink to high heaven. They're evildoers, man. Their actions speak louder than words. The Bilderberger types, getting their marching orders from them. Saying that we should listen to the official 9/11 story when 6 out of 10 of the commissioners don't agree with it. When you've got a group of over 2,200 architects and engineers for 9/11 truth that say it's stupid, it's absurd, preposterous, couldn't happen that way. So everybody that's a truther is nuts. Underwriters Laboratory says metal doesn't behave that way unless there's extenuating circumstances. For